we can win something. We can do something. I mean, patriotism came rushing back in within our borders like, hey, this is America. We can win a war.
Yeah.
We don't have to live with Vietnam forever, a stain on our shoulder. Please, David, comment.
Yeah, I'm going to go back a little bit to some of the other comments, too, because, even as you began and said a lot of people think it's over and nothing's happening there. All right. Since the fall of Afghanistan, we've gotten essentially 9,000 people out through the Nazarene Fund, through Mercury One. 9,000 people. You haven't heard that on the news. And they include hundreds of Americans. They include thousands and thousands of persecuted Christians that are being sought. They include a lot of others. And so we had to deal with the Taliban. We still do have to deal with the Taliban. You can't imagine what it's like to run medical operations from 7,000 miles away. We've got some x-rays here we can show you if we want to, of people who've been shot. You see a bullet sitting right beside their heart and side. How do you remove that over in a place that doesn't have medical facilities? The Taliban's been cutting off people's hands and cutting off arms, and we get calls all sorts of hours night saying, hey, who can we get to? What medics are around that can save an arm or hand? It's just unbelievable. And as bad as the Taliban was, they don't compare to the opposition we had from the State Department. Hands down, the State Department was the biggest opponent we had in getting those people out of there. Can't tell you how many times they stopped us, how many times they blocked us. And I want to make a point real clear here. The State Department is not the Biden administration any more than it's the Reagan administration or the Trump administration. There's a whole difference here. I'll take you back to what happened back just before Trump came in. You remember the fiasco that happened with all the deaths of the veterans because of the VA department? Some 300,000 veterans went down. We were not allowed to fire a single person in the VA department. Trump in 2017 passed a bill that let us do some removal of bad stuff. And this last November, right after the election, you had the Labor Department said, no, all those people can be reinstated. All those people responsible for 300,000 deaths are back in. So you got to understand, this is what Trump used to call the swamp. So let me go back. Reagan stands in front of the Berlin Wall and says, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. In 5 minutes, you get the State Department sending out a communication that says, that's not our view. That's not the position we hold. With this stuff in Afghanistan, we actually got Secretary of State Blinken to side and tell the State Department, let these planes out of there. Stop doing this. And they told President Biden, no, we're going to keep stopping doing it. So the State Department's not answerable to any administration. There's some good people there, but they're largely filled with communists and socialists and Marxists who would love to see America go down. And that's what we're having to fight, is that bureaucracy. And as you mentioned, people didn't recognize that 3- and 4-star generals are political. A 1- and 2-star general gets there by merit. They're promoted by merit. When you come to 3- and 4-star, you're promoted by your politics.
Right.
And that's why you remember when President Obama went in, he asked for the resignations of 800 generals. He wants those guys gone so he can move his guys in. And that's what we're still fighting with, is a political side of the military, which you get a lot of times at 3- and 4-star level.
Yeah, that's good. All right, we're going to take a break. I can't believe we're already at the break. Listen, we're going to post a lot of stuff on our